Hi, hello, it's Colleen. I hope you guys can hear me. Coming live. I'm trying it again on the laptop. Trying to make it bigger on here. Let's see if we can get this thing to work tonight. Probably should not be trying it after a long day of work. Just got done a work meeting. That's why I'm coming on so late. But let's see if we can get this worked out. All right, well, that's one good thing. I was able to get the screen bigger. Now, let's just see if we can get it aimed down here a little bit better so you can actually see my screen. Now here's the problem. If I lower it, now I cut myself off. Alright, but if I sit, then that might work. So let's try this. Alright, so I think this might work. I think you can sort of see me and sort of see my project. So let's give it a whirl. The top of my head looks like it's getting cut off a little bit. And that light looks like it's way too bright. Let's turn that down. There we go. That's much better. Whew, that light was way too bright. Okay, so let's just check, make sure that I'm actually live where I'm supposed to be live. So let's see if this is working. I don't have my glasses on too, so that's not helping the situation. I think I'm live where I'm supposed to be live. Yay! Let's see. I am. Okay, so let's do this so we don't hear myself. I think we're working. All right, cool. So let's just get right into the project. Let me get some squeegees, which I have here. Yes, I got it to work. I can't believe it. I got it to work. Okay, so tonight's project's going to be really, really simple, and I apologize that my head's cut off. So let me try and scoot down a little bit. I think I know what I need to do. I need to push the laptop back a little bit. And then I think I should be able to get my body in here and the desktop. So I think that's what I'll work on for tomorrow night, getting it pushed back. Now the only other thing that I'm not sure of is if comments come in. Hopefully I don't miss comments. But I think I should be okay. All right, so we're just gonna dive in. So tonight's project is Sunshine on My Mind. How cute is that transfer? This is an A-size transfer, and we're gonna do it on a surface called a board and base. And it looks like this. It pops right into the wood bottom here. And you can turn it this way or that way. So depending on the size of the transfer, if the transfer is in this orientation, you would obviously do it that way. If the transfer were this orientation, then you would do it that way. Easy peasy. It's double-sided for your enjoyment so that you could do two different projects. Tonight we're just going to do the one. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to take my transfer off of its backer sheet. And let's fuzz it up. We're going to be using our Bumblebee chalk paste and our, I thought that was Couture Coral. Couture Coral! So those are our two chalk pastes for tonight's project. Give that a quick fuzz and let's get this onto our surface. The one thing I always have to keep in mind with our board and base is to make sure that I leave enough room at the bottom to allow for it to fit back into the bottom. I always forget that little bit. So we are good. There's plenty of room to read my message. Get that off of the screen. Okay, so we are good. Just checking for bubbles. And again, just gonna go with these two colors. It's gonna be a very, very quick, easy project tonight. So obviously I'm gonna use the Bumblebee for the sunshine, and the rest I'm just going to do in the Couture Coral. Keep it simple. So let's go ahead and get our chalk paste on our squeegee and do our sunshine. getting all that excess right back off. That's it. Pretty easy. So we have that covered. Okay. That's the gist of that. I'm just going to peel that down. And then lightly just let it go to flat wrap on there. So that way that will dry. All I did was just peel it back a little bit. So that way the chalk paste doesn't dry in the silk screen. Okay, that's the reason that I did that. Because we don't want the chalk paste to dry in the silk screen, because then when we peeled it back, then guess what? Chalk paste is going to come right up with it. So we kind of have to work a little bit quickly. Probably should have stirred this a little bit. That's okay. I think we should be okay with our Couture Coral. Just put this right on the bottom. Make quick work of this. Oops, I just put my fingernail right in there. These two colors are so pretty together. This is a good color combo choice, I think, for tonight. Very summery, kind of like a nice cocktail. Looks like a nice adult beverage to me, like a nice fruity drink. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, so now we can pull back now that we've got our color covered all of the silk screen area. So I'm just going to peel back nice and slow just to make sure I got all of the transfer covered. That is a really pretty color combo. I really like that. I think I missed the bottom of my heart. I did, but that's okay. All right, let's put this here for a hot second. Just missed the bottom of my heart, but that's okay. How cute. Good color combo. So I'm going to get this a quick dry. We are good. I think that is nice and dry. Ta-da! There we go. There is our project. And so what I did was I have a couple different ribbon options going on here. So I thought maybe we'd make a cute little bow down here for the bottom. We'll just do a what is it called? A messy bow, I think it might be called. Let's give it a whirl. So it's basically just cutting up some ribbon strips. Let me just put this off to the side here for a hot second. Grab my scissors. So I'm just going to get a couple strips of different, I don't want to make these too long because the board and base isn't too big. So I'm just going to get a couple strips, not too many, just one, probably just two of each to start with. I'm just doing two of the same size for each. So I'll do two of those. I've got some pretty polka dots. So we'll do two of the same size of that. So I'm just going to use this to measure. I'm just winging it. Nothing formal here. I'm just going to kind of see how it comes out. Sometimes I have better luck with bows than I do other days. It just depends. Like I said, I just kind of wing it and see how it happens, see what happens, see how it comes out. Some days I like them more than others. Okay, that's that one. Let's see what we have here. Kind of going for a lot of dark. I don't know why I grabbed such dark ribbon, but then I got the pop of color with the yellow, so let's see. See how that works out. I didn't have any of the coral color ribbon in my stash, so kind of why I went with a lot of the black and then the pop of color for the white from the sunshine. So we'll see how it looks. Use this one to measure. You'd think I used my mat. It's got a measuring thing right on here. That would be the smart thing to do, would be to use my mat, but no. Just kind of freehanding it. Okay. Alrighty, so we've got all our ribbon. And again, I'm not doing too many. I just did 2 of each. And so then what I do is I just kind of zigzag them. So we do 1, 1, 1, and you just kind of lay them out like that. Okay, so then we've got 1 set. Let me slide that back a little bit so you can see. Sorry. So we've got 1 set where I just did crisscrosses of each color, okay? And then I'm going to come back in and do another crisscross set of each color. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And now what I need to get is some twine, which I forgot to grab my twine. So let me grab some of that. I think I have some in here. This is kind of a mess. Just got some loose twine right here. So we'll do that real quick. Let's get a little bit of twine. And I'm going to kind of just push that in the center and do a little flip. And pull it through and come around back. And I'm just going to tighten it. Get it into a nice tight bow in the center here. Let's see how that works. I forget what this is called. If this is called like a messy bow or something like that. So I'm just going to pull it tight. And I'm going to double knot it. Like that. And then we can just kind of fan it out a little bit. So that it kind of looks like that. Maybe should have done a little bit more yellow in there just to make the yellow pop. And it tends to work better when you have the ribbon that's got the wire in it, because you can make the, manipulate the wire a little bit better. Most of the ribbon that I used in this does not have wire, just the one in the back did. But you can kind of manipulate that however you like it. But I thought that would be kind of cute to just maybe put that maybe down here in the corner. Kind of like that. You could just get like a little pop dot or something on there. Once I clip off the extra twine. But we could kind of just put that to jazz it up at the bottom there like that. That would be cute, huh? That's it. Just to add that little embellishment on there at the end. So that is it, guys. I'll grab one of my pop dots and we'll get that stuck on there for you, and I'll take a picture of it and I'll post that in the comments for you. That's it. That's tonight's project. I thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I thank you so much for hanging in there with me tonight. Take care. See you later.